Welcome back to the JpeG podcast. I am Greg.
And I am Jerry.
Barely in time. Oh, Jerry. Yeah, that's your name.
Here, let me shut the door.
Greg and Jerry. We're back and better than ever, folks. It's October 5th. This is episode number 27.
27.
And we're here to give you our tech, movie, games, toys, news. Tech, game, toys, news.
Yeah.
There's so much to go over today.
There is actually a lot to go over.
Like, you don't even know.
No, I don't. Fill me in.
First of all, I just came from Mission Barbecue. They don't sponsor us yet, but they will. I promise you that.
We have a lot of sponsors that are in the pipeline. We hear you. We will get to you. We know you guys want to sponsor every minute of this.
It's the best local barbecue, in my opinion. It surpasses Willard's. I'm sorry. I know there's
Willard's.
I know there's Willard's purists out there, but I love Mission more. That's all there is to it.
Greg, I think...
Be careful, mate.
I've actually never had it before, but I've heard really good things, and they have a really neat truck outside.
It's like an army truck or something.
Yeah, like a six-wheeler thing.
They're super huge on military and police and firemen and all that.
Sick, dude.
You get discounts on your ship.
Whoa! Speaking of military, Greg, what do you got in game news?
So many game news right now.
Yeah.
And this isn't really like brand new news, but
right.
Ace Combat 7 is something I'm very excited about because Ace Combat is just fun.
Ace Combat, for those of you who don't know, is a fighter airplane simulator game.
I think it's more. I'm gonna collide with you here.
Collide with me. You and I collide.
I'm gonna say it's an arcade experience, not a simulator experience.
Yeah. That's true. I could see that because I would play that at like Dave & Buster's and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But
it's awesome. It's super fun. There hasn't been one I think in like 5 years.
Right.
And they're finally coming out with this one. It looks beautiful.
It does. You sent me that video inside the cockpit. Tell me more about that.
They've got a VR portion of the game. It's not entirely VR, which
virtual reality
kind of blows. But
wait, what's not so?
You can't play the whole game in VR.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bum sauce.
That's a bum sauce, dude. Speaking of sauce, Szechuan sauce is back at McDonald's.
I saw that.
Permanently.
I saw that.
Side note, just
one of the check out our podcast.
About 5 ago.
5 ago, I would say. Yeah, 5 ago. It's actually one of our picks. Our thumbnails. Szechuan sauce.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just look on our channel. Look for the packet of Szechuan sauce.
That was our episode that we talked about it. So it's back officially.
Yeah.
I did see that. I saw an Instagrammer do like a sponsored video, and one of the sauces was Szechuan, and I was like, wait. McDonald's? Right.
Yeah.
You threw a fast one on us. What about that guy that sold it or whatever? Did he sell it on eBay, that packet?
Yeah, for a lot.
I bet you the person that bought it feels like an idiot.
Oh, my gosh. Can you believe it? Or could you imagine it?
I can't.
I bought it for $10,000 or whatever the fuck.
That's a lot.
And they bring it back.
Yeah.
And his is all spoiled and rotten and shit, probably from 1998 under a car seat.
Poor guy.
Whatever.
It's his loss.
Yeah, and his money.
And our gain.
Anyway.
Back to Ace Combat.
I've seen a lot of videos of like aircraft carrier takeoffs and stuff like that in VR.
Yeah.
And it's so cool.
That's really sick.
It's so awesome. The cockpits are so detailed, you know, and the people I've talked to say, you know, when you do a barrel roll or you, what is this?
Oh, when you do like a loop?
I guess a loop. I don't know. I was looking for an aviation.
Like a flip?
Like a flip loop.
Yeah.
And you stay upside down. Like
inverted.
Yeah. You sort of get like the belly willies.
Oh yeah, you feel
because your brain is interpreting because it's VR.
Yeah, you feel like you're on a roller coaster that's going upside down or whatever.
Yeah, and I can see why, you know, having an altimeter or a horizon detector would be absolutely necessary in real life because you could like easily
get distorted,
lose the horizon or whatever.
Totally, yeah.
And then all of a sudden the island appears in your face and it's too late to do anything.
Yeah,
or whatever. So it looks awesome. I'm very excited about it, and it should come out early next year.
I'm excited. There's a few things that you've told me that the PlayStation VR has to offer, and this might be one of those things. If they can just fine tune it to have more of the game be in virtual reality, then it might be something for me to pull the trigger on. Because I mean, it's the closest I can get to being inside of a cockpit. So.
Speaking of VR, they've announced that they're doing like 2.0 of the PSVR.
Like an update or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
New hardware and stuff like that. I mean, it's going to have the same capabilities, just kind of refined ergonomics and wireless earbuds instead of actually physically connected to the cable earbuds and stuff like that. So.
Sick. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean,
the earbuds are connected to the actual device.
So right now,
it's like a tethered to it.
So
dangling.
Right now, there's a in line with like the VR cable.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little
attachment
chunk of it, which is volume up, volume down, mic mute, and then like an auxiliary port. Oh. So you plug your headphones in that, and they go into your ears.
Dang.
So
involved.
Yeah.
But it sounds amazing, and that game looked amazing.
It's been collecting dust, my VR, so
really,
this is like my...
Did you beat that one space shooter game?
I got close.
Oh, okay.
I lost interest.
Bummer. See, that's the thing I'm afraid of with these VR things, is there's so many... I saw a bunch of YouTubers doing like all these silly, funny games, and then that was it. It was just kind of like they played them once and never showed them again. But...
Yeah. It was an expensive... It was $400, I think.
Well, I think it can only get better in time.
Yeah, so. I mean, I'm only barely slightly regretting it at this point.
Sure,
which is not bad.
Which
is less than I'm regretting my Xbox.
There's the Vive and there's the Oculus and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many competitors out there, but I think again in time there's going to be so much refinement, and it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean it's
amazing.
still young. It's still young.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll have been a year. I think November.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of going back in time a little bit, Star Wars, they have come out with obviously a new form of Battlefront or whatever.
I think it's coming out.
Well, last year, remember there was like Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, something or else.
Yeah, and they had like the VR.
Yeah, they had the VR experience and all that stuff. But now there's a beta for Battlefront 2 multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks beautiful. I was watching a video on it, and it's just that you can now pick classes, kind of like you could back in 2015 or something like that.
2015, yeah.
And it's beautiful. You can play the droids, or you can play, the heroes or something like that, and you can pick different classes within the droids, like an officer or a scout or a specialist or something like that. But it's like a multiplayer kind of like Call of Duty style, like it used to be, Battlefront 2 back in 2015. So
I think I remember hearing that the biggest difference between this and the next one, other than graphics obviously and stuff like that, is going to be that there's going to be a full single player campaign.
That
with this one.
Yeah, and that's what was lacking in kind of the other one.
That's why I didn't buy it.
Me either. I had I had it in my Amazon cart for a little while, and I was like, this looks amazing. I'm like a huge Star Wars buff, and I love everything Star Wars. But there was just so many negative reviews and like kind of meh.
That's exactly right. It was very lukewarm reception.
Yeah, really lukewarm, very milquetoast kind of thing. And
very like burnt Ritz cracker.
Yeah. And now this actually looks sick.
It's building a lot of hype with the videos we've been seeing and single player availability and stuff like that.
Definitely. And right now it's only in beta, so if you pre-ordered it, you can have access to playing this, which I didn't. I didn't pre-order it because I was kind of apprehensive.
I'm done pre-ordering.
Yeah, I don't know. There's very few things now that I'm going to be pre-ordering, but I don't know. From seeing this, I kind of wish I did pre-order it because it looks really fun. But again, I can just wait until it comes out.
Yeah. And I mean, so I'm assuming there's going to be a VR thing, as there was with Battlefront regular.
Yeah, so like there's fight scenes out in space, and it's actually set up a little different than it was back in 2015. You can't just go and pick up a vehicle if it's sitting in the hangar, like available, like you could in 2015. Now it's kind of like a point system. Like the more people you kill, then you have the option to spawn in an airplane or in a spaceship or a vehicle or something like that.
Oh.
Which I think is kind of good and bad. I really like the idea of these things are just parked here and they kind of spawn randomly and you can just jump in and go.
Right.
Like you have the option to do that. But if it's like a point thing and like let's say you're just doing really bad,
you're just going to get a shit on harder.
And you're not going to get enough points to get an airplane or I'm sorry, I keep saying airplane, like a spaceship or a vehicle. I mean, it makes it challenging, and it makes you want to kill, more enemies and stuff. But still, it's like I just want to pick it up and go. So that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, there is going to be some VR experiences with, like, one I'm watching right now on repeat is like Inside the Millennium Falcon.
You think, is that VR?
It looks like it is. I don't think on the demo right now, obviously in beta, that they're doing it in VR. But again, I think with a lot of refinement and time, there's going to be a lot of really cool capabilities. So
see if I can find something.
Either way, like, the graphics have enhanced like tenfold.
Yeah.
Obviously from 2015 to now, there's been a lot of changes in graphics and stuff like that. But what we're used to now, they're adding like, shaders and reflections and all these really, really cool effects. And to me, that makes the experience and the immersion of being inside of that video game that much more rich. So I'm stoked to see when it comes out and see what it becomes and if it's something that I can really get into and do like a multiplayer on. So
I'm just ready for a good single player story.
Yeah.
From Star Wars. It's been a long time.
See, yeah, I agree. I think it'd be fun to do like a multiplayer campaign. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would do that. Something
that you can pick up with your friends and then just save it and then just do it whenever you guys are available or whatever,
Yeah.
I like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Speaking more on space
shooters, Elite Dangerous.
This
interesting game.
Yeah, so it's a game that I've only heard very few people mention. But basically, No Man's Sky. We've talked about this in the past.
Ad nauseum.
What?
Ad nauseum.
Ad nauseum. Please use that in the sentence. Ad nauseum.
I, Gregory, was ad nauseum spoken to.
Ad nauseum.
ADNAUSEUM. Ad nauseum.
It's the spelling bee.
You win.
You win.
It's of Greek origin.
Yeah.
It's a romantic language provided word.
Right. By the Greeks.
Yes.
The gods.
The Greeks loved Elite Dangerous.
So backstory on Elite Dangerous. It's kind of like No Man's Sky, what it should have been, I think. You fly a lot more in airplanes. There's a lot more to explore.
Spaceships.
I don't know why I keep saying airplanes. Maybe because I got Ace Combat on the brain. You fly a lot more spaceships, and you kind of go around exploring. And actually, I was on a Reddit thread feed thing. I don't know Reddit very well. And they were saying, like, someone was like, hey, I've never played Elite Dangerous, but I used to play No Man's Sky. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but do you recommend playing it? And they're like, I don't hate you, but I kind of hate you. But at the same time, this is a fun game. You should pick it up. But just be prepared for no instructions on how to do much.
Why do they hate you?
He was just joking.
Oh, okay.
But he was basically saying, be prepared to not get a lot of direction of what to do next, because it's such a vast, humongous game that they just want to encourage you to explore. So it's kind of like a more slow, chill paced type of game. There's objectives around you in space that you can go to, but they're optional. They're not like required.
I don't have time for that shit, personally, honestly.
Like, again, this
I
is
love
a
the idea.
Slow game.
That's a great idea. I love it, but screw that. Like,
my thing with this Elite Dangerous, it brings what I said, what No Man's Sky couldn't bring, which is tons more spaceships that you can have.
Community, like playing together.
Yeah, playing together. Exploration, going and finding new planets and different aliens and stuff like that.
Because if you remember, it was hard to play with people. Like, you could run into people in No Man's Sky, but like you couldn't.
No, they were like a floating orb.
Do much, or maybe that. Whatever.
Yeah.
I know it was fucked up either way.
No, you couldn't find anyone basically. And now, like we said, they kind of fixed that, but even still, it's not. You run into someone, quote unquote, and you're a floating orb.
Oh.
That's what the person is.
I don't like that.
I don't like it. Because all of their pictures showed like a little kid with a backpack on. You know, like standing, like my phone.
Oh, like, yeah.
You know? Like that background.
It's the art.
Yeah.
For the game. Is that a kid?
Yeah, it looks like a little kid.
Yeah, I guess so. He's wearing a ball cap.
Yeah, wearing a ball cap, like kind of to the
He's
side.
gonna get killed by that bumblebee rhinoceros.
Dude, bumblebee rhinoceros, you can't mess with thems. Stupid, you stupid. Don't do it. So that's Elite Dangerous. It's something on PC. It's actually not very expensive.
It's on PC, and I think there's an Xbox and a PS4 incarnation.
Really?
I think so. But I don't think they don't like play with each other.
Oh, okay. They're not interchangeable. Ow. Oh, dude. Oh. Give me some news on Cuphead.
Okay, I bought it. Whatever. So what? I installed it.
Moving on.
I turned on my Xbox, and I don't give a fuck.
Whoa, dude. Holy. Whoa. So Cuphead, for those of you that don't know, we talked about it in our previous podcast and previous podcasts before that.
Like all the podcasts.
Like all the podcasts, we talk about it. So it's basically a really cool game that looks like it's from old Mickey Mouse days. There's a lot of screen graining and stuff like that.
It's an insanely hard platformer
with
odd controls, in my opinion. They don't feel very good.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought they weren't intuitive?
No, the controls to do stuff were fine. Movement felt different than I thought it would.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't like it yet.
Okay. It actually reminded me of Mega Man, like those Mega Man side-scroller games.
Yeah, it's that hard too.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, so I was watching it and like there's a lot of like things get faster and they like get thrown at you faster and like different renditions of things and making it harder to jump and
it's just like the screen is just throwing shit at you.
Yeah.
And you just have to avoid it or kill it, and it's just like...
I mean, you're literally like this little dude with a cup for a head and a straw hanging out, and you're fighting all these plants.
And you just shoot like little staples or...
Yeah.
Pew-pews
Yeah, I don't know what they are.
And I got to the first boss, and he wrecked my shit.
But like in the second boss or something, there's like 4 of them that you have to fight, right?
I wouldn't know.
You haven't gotten past it?
No.
Wow.
No, I it's hard.
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful game, and the music is awesome too. And you go up to the store, it's like, hey, buddy, what do you want?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
all right. Get out of here.
I'll give it another few tries, but
it looks beautiful. It's just that hard.
It's hard,
buddy.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, moving on to games, dude.
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't buy it.
Oh, okay, whatever.
But I watched a lot of reviews on it and stuff.
Wow.
Like actual gameplay.
That's cool. That's like saying, oh, I watched Heart Surgery. I can do it.
I can.
Stop. You can't. Horizon Zero Dawn. We've talked about that a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You should play it if you haven't played it.
Mm-hmm. Me. I know.
You bought it, though.
I did.
It's just sitting there collecting. So Jerry's really good at buying games and letting him sit.
Yeah, that is true. I will blame that on my job.
He's a fucking pack rat for video games.
Sorry, I work 63 hours in a week.
I'm not.
Only getting paid for 40.
Okay, now's not the time to dry your hair. You dirty laundry, okay? It's Complete Edition, and that's going to be coming with the upcoming winter DLC.
Whoa. So there was a recent version released, and it had some DLCs that came with it, I thought, but they're adding more.
No, I don't think so.
Or they were announcing that there were going to be DLCs, and that's what this is.
Just the one, I believe.
Oh, okay. So it's winter, like there's a winter zone and stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
That looks dope.
It's a great game. It's one of my favorite games. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Game of the Year.
Really?
Yeah.
What about God of War? That one they were saying that it's gonna be pretty good too.
Yeah, it's not out though yet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was coming out around the same time that this was or something like that.
No,
folks. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Who is it?
Twista?
Twista?
Yeah, so that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Are you going to pre-order that, or are you just not going to pre-order?
No, I don't pre-order stuff.
Dude, come on.
The only way I'll pre-order something is if it comes with like a fucking cool statue. I'm cursing a lot today.
Dude.
If it comes with a cool statue,
I'm
a sucker for figurines.
They're dope.
They are cool, man. You have to admit. You have to.
You do.
You do.
Not us. Just you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a sucker for cool shit. I mean, like this helmet. It's Red O2's helmet. You know?
Yeah. I mean, who cares?
Greg has some pretty sick figurines, limited edition ones. Have you put them up yet? Or are you gonna put them in like a case?
I haven't put them up yet because I'm not in a permanent place right now.
YOLO.
You know, I don't know if I'll have a case. I'll probably have a shelf.
You could. IKEA has some really cool options for like cases, like glass cases type things with lights in them. Really simple. Too.
Inexpensive.
Yeah.
Oh,
totally.
All right, I'm down.
I would check it out. IKEA sponsored.
One of my favorites is the Assassin's Creed 3 statue.
I think you mentioned. What is it doing again? Is he like on the edge of a building?
He's like up on a rock.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
With a hatchet in one hand and the like the hidden blade coming out the other.
But he's like standing kind of like an eagle or something like that. Or like
no, I'll just show
2
you.
feet.
I'll show you.
Well,
we'll have to put it up on the podcast video for y'all at home to see.
Yes. Oh, that's sick. Oh, he's got a flag too.
Yeah, it's like because it happens during the Revolutionary War.
Oh, nice.
And the game wasn't that good, but the premise was cool.
Yeah.
He's Native American.
That's tight.
And it was during the colonies and shit like that.
Whoa.
Oh. So
that's tight.
So yeah, I like figurines. So I'll pre-order. I'm pissed off that I missed the Horizon Zero Dawn pre-order because there were some cool statues.
It was like a T-Rex looking thing.
They had her, but like the Super Collector Massive Edition had like
like one of those robotic T-Rex.
I forget what
things.
Thunderjaw.
A Thunderjaw.
A Thunderjaw.
Oh!
Eat your beef jerky, boy, because you're going to need it to fight the Thunderjaw.
Oh.
Dude, chill it.
Whoa.
Chill it. Speaking of firing guns.
Oh, and chilling out in the cold, dark future.
Blade Runner
2049.
2049 coming to theaters near you.
Featuring
Ashton Kutcher.
No.
Johnny Depp.
No.
And Clive Owen.
Stop. What's the hot guy's name?
Han Solo.
No.
Yes,
No.
but his name.
No. The La La Land. Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling and Han Solo are in it. Harrison Ford. Yeah. Jared Leto.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. He's weirdo. He's weird.
Sponsored by Jared Leto.
But I guess that's why he's in there, because it's a weird...
It's a very strange movie.
At least the original was. Did you see it?
I saw bits and pieces. Again, it's like
we talked about this again.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. There was one movie that I did see recently that kind of reminded me of Blade Runner, but
sort of that environment.
Yeah, that futuristic type of thing.
Talk to me about that. What movie was it?
I saw it on the airplane, and it was with Scarlett Johansson. It most recently came out, and she
Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell. Holy crap!
She looks so naked in that suit.
I think she was. I mean, practically. But that movie. What's up, Scarlett? But that movie was really good, actually.
Really? Because really Rotten Tomatoes says otherwise.
I thought it was good. I watched it on the airplane.
I'll watch that stuff.
I would check it, dude.
I'm putting less and less stock in Rotten Tomatoes. Like, I check it. I love it.
Yeah, they're not always right.
But, like, if it's a subject matter, I enjoy it. Like
a SME?
Like, if it's SME 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I'm willing to
dabble in it.
That's a contracting world joke.
You wouldn't know unless you were in it.
So leave us the hell alone.
Let's circle back tomorrow, okay?
Scarlet, no. Ghost in the Shell.
It was actually really good. But it reminded me of, whoa, dude, stop unplugging my stuff.
You're in. Oh, that's your power.
Yeah, that's my power, dude.
Oh, jeez.
I don't want to lose control. Alt-delete.
Don't lose control.
It reminded me of Blade Runner. But let us know in the comments down below, facebook.com/JpeG podcast.
I know you will.
If you're going to see this
movie. I know you guys are
movie,
going to leave comments.
Please do. 2049 Blade Runner. It looks good. Are you going to see it?
Oh, yeah.
You're going to try and see it this weekend?
I'll try. I have a wedding to go to on Saturday. Doesn't mean I can't do it on Sunday.
True.
Or Saturday, like, day.
Did you get that movie pass thing that we were talking about? Okay.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
Dude, why not? Are you kidding me right now?
Because I don't go to movies enough. And I don't know I can't because of my job, dude.
Oh, here we go again, folks. Does anybody have a job out there for Gerald?
Send you my resume.
He needs a job. If y'all liked our Facebook and passed, videos around and stuff, we wouldn't need jobs. We could just do this for you.
For life, L-Y-F-E. Can you please use that in a sentence, please?
Life, L-Y-F-E. What is the country of origin?
Uganda.
And then he goes to the store, and then he says, life. Life, what is the life?
Life.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Sega.
Whoa. Wow, you're good.
Blade Runner, 90%, 140 fresh, 15 rotten.
It's getting a lot of reviews already, but again...
This is Daniel Velvedue, or however you say his name.
But again, with a lot of these movies that have been coming out, like, I've forgotten about it because it was not that good when we actually saw it. The one that was futuristic with Cara Delevingne.
Master and Commander, something like that.
No.
Over the summer. The one with the comic book.
The one with the comic book.
Oh! Sci-fi movies.
With Cara Delevingne.
Summer 2017.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Sponsored.
Where is it? Oh, come on. Man, I ran out.
That was good. That was actually really good.
Thank you, Jerry.
We'll have to come back to it.
What's the person's name?
Cara Delevingne.
Cara Delevingne.
Movie. We talked about it in so many of our freaking podcasts.
I know.
Too.
I know. Guys, can you
drop us a line?
I wish we could live do these.
Yeah, that'd be cool to do it on Twitch or something like that.
Yeah.
Podcast on Twitch. What? It wasn't DuckTales, that's for sure.
Whoa.
Valerian, thank you. Valerian.
That was really hard to remember.
So I'm kind of concerned. A lot of the Rotten Tomato scores are like up and hyped. But when the movie comes out, are they going to stay up and hyped?
I don't know.
That's sick. What's your name today with the hat on, sir?
Mark Johnson.
Mark Johnson?
Mark
Johnson.
Mark Johnson.
Oh, wow.
From the other side of the world.
Wow,
That's
folks.
a wrong accent. 14. 13.
13.
Sheila.
Cronky.
Sure, if you want to say that.
Cronky, he bit off me arm.
Oh, let's put a shrimp on the fuck you.
Whoa, dude.
They don't say that.
They don't.
They're tired of being...
they don't.
They're tired of being generalized like that.
Speaking of Australia, do they get a lot of the new products kind of the same day that it releases here in the States and the UK? And like in Europe?
Why do you care?
Because the next thing we're talking about.
Oh, I think so. I think it's. I know for sure it's significantly more expensive for them. And they have more stringent
rules and regs,
like rated R type, or rated M game type stuff.
Right.
But I mean, if you got the money, you got the means, baby.
Oh. Speaking into the transitional speaking world, the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL.
They've been released. They've been released. Yeah.
Yeah.
October 4th. That was yesterday, if you're counting.
Yesterday they came out.
Yeah.
They look really cool, actually.
They're not bad.
What is your take? So, MKBHD, sponsored by MKHD, wearing his t-shirt right here.
D-brand skins.
Kind of curious. So he was very critical, in a sense, on the bezel.
Yeah, he was.
And the screen edges.
I was surprised with that.
I was and I wasn't. I agreed with him on the sides, right? He was right. A lot of the phones are almost edge to edge on the sides.
Yeah.
Like with our phones and stuff. There's really not much of a bezel on the sides.
I mean,
not much.
No.
I
think the Pixel was better than these though.
A little bit. But I think the Pixel wasn't as good, or the bezels were thicker because they had that squeeze function. So there was more stuff on the side that had
sensors.
To register that you're squeezing the phone. And I don't know if that... Whoa. Folks, pardon our dust.
What was that?
Construction underway. And I don't really know if that is really necessary, or like it prompts, okay Google thingy.
I think they're like
They're adding too much.
banking on a odd feature and hoping it like takes off.
It's not.
You don't know that?
It's not flying away. Don't fly away with me to the moon.
You don't know that.
You're right.
Oh, you don't know that.
No.
Oh. Give me medicine.
We definitely don't have any medicine in this podcast office.
Oh.
Get the hell out of here.
All right. Bye.
That's right, folks. He's gone. I forgot his name.
Michael. Freaking
Michael.
asshole.
Pixel and Pixel 2. What is your take on it?
I thought the bezels were fine. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like compared to like a Galaxy S8 or whatever.
The new iPhone,
Or the new iPhone.
like the X.
Sure.
Or the 10. Sorry.
Yeah, get it right. They're a little bit bigger. I'm more concerned with the forehead and chin of the regular Pixel.
Yeah.
It's
way bigger than these.
It's like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeah.
So
it's just kind of it doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think it's probably because it's a smaller body, so in the bigger Pixel XL they have more real estate with the screen to fit all the electronics, but with the smaller screen they have to still have space for components or whatever.
Two things. They removed the headphone jack and it doesn't support wireless charging, which was surprising considering all the phones that are out now that do, Yeah. I have not owned a phone that's done wireless charging. Yes, the new iPhones do it, but it's not going to make me jump. Even still, I wish every phone that came out now had wireless charging.
I had the Nexus 5.
The Nexus?
Back in 2013.
Yeah.
And that had wireless charging.
I mean, it's sick. You just put it on your thing. You buy something from IQ. You can put it on the thing and it charges. And Apple's is not like a proprietary charging.
I was so
either.
surprised about that.
That is a surprise. But at the same time,
surprised about that.
I was surprised too.
Oh, you got an X, not just an O.
I was surprised.
Me too.
But again, I think a lot of these phones should have it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the day and age.
Well,
even cars have wireless charging.
One thing I will say is that it is water resistant this time.
That
around,
is nice. Yeah.
Which is
nice.
That's like a requirement for me going forward.
Is yours?
No, it's just a 6S, so it's not.
Oh, but it's like to a degree, right? It's not water.
I think the 7s is where it started.
Oh, okay.
So like yours,
right?
You can drop it in a pool and bring it out. It's fine.
Girl, but again, wireless charging is kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, the people are angry. One thing the Pixel XL2 has is stereo front-facing speakers,
it does.
which is
Yeah.
something awesome.
It is nice. Additional front-facing feature is that the front-facing camera does like portrait mode pictures.
Oh, okay.
Where it like blurs out everything around the subject, which is unique, as said by Marquise, to see in a front-facing camera.
I thought that's what the Apple had as well.
It's not as good. Like the pixel quality and stuff like that is not as good as this.
That is one thing I heard, is that this is the best camera ever in a cell phone.
So far it's
which is crazy.
It's a heavy hitter. I don't know about the iPhone 10. I mean, I know some of the specs and stuff, but like until we get it,
well, they don't share it either.
No. So that's a pretty sick thing. I mean, with all of these new devices and stuff like that coming out, I'm just because I'm on that payment plan with this thing, I'm not gonna
get off.
I'm not gonna jump to get a new one.
You gotta get off.
But after the iPhone 10, they're gonna come out maybe with the 9 or something crazy. I don't know, since they skipped the 9.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll have like all of that stuff melded together that I kind of wanted.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a middle ground between 8 and 10.
Yeah. So my thing about the 10 is, yeah, that's cool. You can use face recognition to open it. But what if I don't want to use my face, or what if I just want to check the time? Is it going to unlock the phone every time I look at my phone?
Mm-hmm.
What if I just wanted to unlock it with my finger?
Or,
you don't have the option.
It's here.
Yeah, or it's here and you want to check the time.
And just look at something on the table.
Exactly. So I think with time, I think it'd be cool if they gave you the option to either have Face ID or Touch ID.
Yes.
Under the screen.
That would be sick.
Under the screen.
Under the screen.
This everybody, it's under the screen. Under the screen.
Yeah.
So that went from Pixel to back to Apple.
It did. Sorry. I didn't mean
It's
to
alright.
hijack that.
There's a color of the Pixel called
Oh, yeah.
shit, what was it called? Barely blue or something like that?
Barely blue.
And it's like a grayish blue.
Or was it just black? And then
Something white.
something
Actually,
white.
the white one looked really cool.
Yeah,
I'll
did.
grant it.
It was like panda.
It had the black glass on top.
Yeah.
And then I really like that like hot red power button. I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool.
I like the little accents. Like on the blue one is like a kind of a highlighter yellow greenish.
Oh, was it? I
Yeah.
missed it.
Yeah. So it's kind of neat.
That's cool.
They're just kind of like subtle, mellow colors that you could be like, I could rock that. Like,
I forgot to
Right.
mention, they also revealed some earbuds. Did you see that?
no. So there was a huge line of stuff that they released, right? Like a home. Like
There's a
Google Home.
there's a smaller home because the home right now is almost like this big
Well, it's big.
without the
Yeah.
straw or whatever. But
Yeah. But it's got like a bulbous
yeah,
thing to it.
it's almost like having a Yankee Candle,
Right.
like a normal like
That's
you know.
true.
But they have a smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that. It's boring. It's whatever. It's the
Okay.
same thing.
What are the earbuds?
Earbuds are actually looking pretty cool. They're like attached by there's some in the artwork photo or folder.
Oh, okay.
They've got like braided cable, so it feels nice and high end.
Ooh, cool.
It's got a soft clamshell case that they charge in, so you plug in like the cable to the case.
Okay.
Kind of AirPod-y,
That's
I
cool.
feel like.
Yeah.
And you can just tap it and like ask Google questions, like from the earbuds and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
So that's my one. We're circling back to Apple.
Uh-huh.
Is my one complaint about those headphones?
Oh dear.
Is if you put like for me, my ears don't work well with those ear pods.
Ooh.
But if you put like these little rubbery things on them, you can't put them back into the case to charge. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Yeah, because they're like perfectly chiseled for
They're
that.
perfectly chiseled for the shape of the earbud without any attachments on them. So like, what is the Google one like? What artwork folder did you put it in?
Episode 28.
Oh, okay.
Even though we had 27.
Duh.
I am wrong.
They look sick. Oh, they're these round things.
Buds is what they're
Round-
labeled.
Oh, they're called buds. That
The-
actually looks dope.
Yeah, I mean they look real nice.
And they're wireless too.
Bluetooth, dog.
Wow.
But you see the case there?
How much are these puppies?
160.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh man, that case is sick. Wait, it charges just by sitting in the case?
I think so.
See, that's genius. That's what Apple should have done. Like something like that.
Hmm.
Where it just sits in there and charges wirelessly.
I don't know if it's wirelessly. I haven't admittedly I haven't done the full research on that, but
Those look sick, dude.
it looks like it has like a little power meter there.
Yeah. I actually might get a pair
Stop.
to check them out.
They match your shoes. The box.
That's true. Sponsored by Allbirds. Made in New Zealand.
Great for travel.
Great for travel. I did take them on my trip.
I know.
But the whole Google line is sick. Like their new stuff that they've come out with is really dope.
Yeah, if I was sticking with Android, I'd like going directly Google is the only way to go for me, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, I never liked any of the third-party skins or offerings.
Yeah.
I guess Samsung's all right, but I don't know.
You're not about that life, dude.
No, I mean nobody is. That's not true.
Well, you know,
There's a lot of lifers like that.
there is a lot of lifers out there. There was one thing that I wanted to touch on before we wrap it up. I don't know if you remember back in 2015, I think it was.
I do remember that.
Yeah, back in 2015.
I do remember. 2012.
Sorry, 2012. 2012. There was the Red Bull Stratos.
Wait.
This week in
Oh,
history.
sorry. This week in history.
This week in tech history.
In the year 2012. In the year 2012.
This week in history, Red Bull Stratos jump, basically.
Old Baumgartner.
This is seriously, I'm not kidding, on my Apple desktop that I have, 27-inch back there. That is a 2011 iMac.
I know.
And I put this desktop background of Felix Baumgartner, who's the guy that did this Red Bull Stratus jump. His helmet. It's really sick. But I put that as my background, and it's still the same background right now.
You don't change your backgrounds often.
I don't.
Interesting. I change them a lot.
I don't know. I just don't like.
That's fair. I'm not judging. It's just an observation.
Like the simplicity of it. But basically, Felix Baumgartner in this week, he made the jump on October 9th. And he jumped 23 miles above Roswell.
That's insane.
It's nuts. So basically, he was up about 120,000 feet in the stratosphere.
Let me guess. He reached like 600 something miles per hour.
Yeah. He hit Mach 0.09, which is,
let's be honest. Let's just say
crazy.
Mach 1.
Okay, Mach 1.
That's
baby.
that's like cruising speed for a commercial jet, right? 600 something.
Yes. So 747 cruises at 46,000 feet. So he's like way above that. So just as a reference, when you're flying high and doing your jet set in life, you're cruising at about 50,000 feet above sea level.
So a typical commercial airplane cruises at about 575 miles per hour.
Yeah, speed.
So he was falling faster than
an airplane.
Your
cruises.
United flight was crossing over the country.
Truth.
That's ridiculous.
So, and he also went the highest that a manned balloon has ever gone at that 120,000 feet. And he just basically did a free fall. And I remember watching this.
I watched it live on the internet.
Yeah, me too. And this was my first kind of thing that I watched live on the internet. And I was like, this is sick.
Yeah.
Like, it was a huge event. And he kind of like, he was losing consciousness, but they were talking to him to keep him awake and stuff.
I don't remember that.
And he practiced and stuff like that, how to stay awake.
Uh-huh.
Because he kept on saying, it's getting blurry, it's foggy, it's a little foggy. My vision, my visor is going out.
Yeah.
Like, something was not going right with his visor to the point where it was kind of looking like he couldn't see. But they were like, your visor's fine, Felix. Just stay with us, type of thing. Because he was losing his vision.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
But he made it, and he landed safely. But think about this. At 25,000 feet, there's not enough oxygen to sustain life.
Mm-hmm.
He was up 120,000.
That's why he was wearing basically a spacewalk suit.
Pretty much. Yeah, his suit was sick.
Yeah. Sponsored by Red Bull.
Sponsored by, dude.
There's Red Bull all over that shit.
Red Bull would be sick to sponsor us. That'd be dope. Everything Red
It'd
Bull.
be like, what up?
Oh my God.
We're going to go to Malibu Beach and cover the surf competition.
Red Bull fridge right behind us.
Oh my gosh.
Tons of Red Bull Zeros.
I wouldn't drink them, but like I'd support them. I'd support them.
Dude, I drink them.
Good.
I like Red Bulls.
I do too.
Red Bull.
I just don't do energy drinks.
Yeah, I hadn't had energy drink in a hot minute though. But that was in this day in history.
This week in history.
It was sick. Felix Baumgartner, Red Bull Stratos. So, yeah.
I want to thank you for joining us on this week's segment of
stopping by
of This Week in History.
This Week in History. We hope you join us back here on the History Channel, and
we'll talk more about World War II like every other fucking half hour on the channel.
I actually enjoy those, but it gets kind of boring.
I mean, that's all. It's like
the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy it, watch it. It's like True TV. 99% of the programming is Impractical Jokers, and I love it.
Truth.
I love Impractical Jokers. You need to watch it if you don't. It's the greatest show ever, probably.
Come on.
I'm not being facetious here. I love it.
I'm sure you know. I believe you. Sponsored by Impractical Jokers.
Hey, Long Island. No, Staten Island.
It's
Staten Island. It's Staten Island. I'm so sorry. Oh, I've committed a cardinal sin. Cardinal sin. Tweet.
I think that brings us to the end of our episode here.
This was a beefy one.
It was a beefy one, and we hope you guys stuck around for the whole thing, and we thank you if you did.
We love you.
Episode 27 of the JpeG podcast is wrapped up.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Head over to jpegpodcast.com for everything JpeG. And make sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/JpeG podcast.
A little sub action on YouTube always helps.
Yeah, always helps. Drop us a line, let us know what you think, and we thank you for listening. My name is Jerry.
I am Greg.
And we will see you in the next video.